Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, you've come to the right place. Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Tuesday, November 28, 2023. And I welcome you, my beautiful listeners, and I welcome you back to our sanctuary of healing and happiness here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And I am your host, Nyomi Banks. And we've journeyed together and we've discovered so many facets of self-love and how it truly is the cornerstone of our vibrant life. But today we're going to bask in the warmth of our inner sun with today's episode, Embracing the Joyful Path of Self-Love. Joy. Joy is not just an emotion, it's the state of being, a choice, a path that leads us back to the essence of who we are. So let's embark on this path together. So what I want to do is I want to take a quick break and then I want to come back. And I've broke it down where we have different segments, to where we're going to be understanding joy, cultivating joyful practices on how we can practice joy every day, overcoming obstacles to joy, finding joy in self-love, and just spreading joy to others. All right. So we're going to come back and we're going to talk about joy. Yesterday was Inspired, and what a beautiful show it was. And today we're talking about joy and how meaningful that is in our self-love journey. All right, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by Neon.com, Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to AskNyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, Self-Discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, Self-Discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery. From feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment, this program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
All right, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks here, and you are listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about joy, embracing the joyful path of self-love. But first we need to talk about understanding what joy is and how does it relate to our self-love journey. So in this segment, we'll dive into the heart of joy. It's more of a fleeting happiness, and it's a deep-rooted sense of peace and contentment that nourishes our soul. So we explore how joy is an integral part of our mental, emotional, and physical well-being, and how it can transform our journey to self-love and to inspire on a quest. I'll share some quotes that have been like some rays of my own path and of finding joy. Now, joy is indeed an integral part of our mental, our emotional, and our physical well-being. And it has the power to transform our journey of self-love in profound ways. by one boost our mental well-being. Joy has a positive effect on our mental health by reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. And when we experience that joy, our brain releases neurotransmitter like dopamine and serotonin, which promote feelings of happiness, contentment, and overall well-being. This uplifts our mood and help us develop a more positive mindset by creating a fertile ground of self-love to flourish. For instance, this morning when I was in prayer and meditation, and I received a message. But the thing is that this message I've received before, but today I was able to receive it in a totally different way. But acknowledging that on what that message was for me, it sent a wave of joy to my heart. Because at that moment in that time, I knew that you are definitely on the right path, sister girl, that you are understanding exactly what your purpose is in life. But also I knew, so let me say this. A lot of times when I come out of my prayer and meditations sessions that I do, sometimes they be so deep that it causes me to have these migraines. Seriously, that it caused me to have these migraines that go throughout the day. You understand? But today it was different. And it was different because when I sat down, my prayer was to ask, I feel like I'm almost there. I feel like I'm right there. I feel like I'm right there, but I still, the glass or the scenery, there's still like a nice film across. You know, when you're looking at just say for instance, you're coming out of the shower and you see like this foggy film on the mirror. And you know, once you wipe that mirror down, that you can see clearer now. But that's what I've been feeling these past few weeks, is that like I feel like I'm almost there. The other day I was like, if I turn on a light, would everything, come like, woo. But today I was like, I know what it is. It's something else that I'm not seeing clear. That's like this fog that's in front of my face that I need to be able to remove that fog. And what is it? What is it? And when I tell you how simple it is, and you be like, for real, Nyomi? Yes, because we just talked about it. We just talked about gratitude. We just talked about gratitude. And even though we say, and hear me when I say this, we say, oh, we are so thankful for what we have right now. Did you hear what I said? I am so thankful for what I have right now. Or I'm so thankful for this, for the little things that I have right now. Instead of just being thankful for it, period. Why we have to say for it right now? And what I'm saying in this is, and where the joy came for me in understanding what that meant for me is that for me to be truly thankful and in gratitude of what I have, I need to treat it as such. You need to treat it as such. So speaking of your home, of your job, of your car, so we shouldn't have a house that is junky or things are just out of place. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is for this is because for me, I saw like, wow, I have this vision of myself having this grand building. And when you walk into this building, it smells like amber and jasmine. And in that moment when I'm sitting there at my altar and I thought about that, I said, why can't I have that every day in my own home? Why? Why can't I have my house to where it is that sanctuary that I've dreamed about? I can still have that in my own home. I don't have to wait and work hard and build all of this to get it there. I can get it right now to what I have. And I said, okay, let me start getting my stuff in order. I'm focusing on one room instead of focusing on my whole entire home. But that's another topic that I will talk about later. But in that moment, I felt so much joy, and it released. And we're talking about that dopamine, when it released all of that from me, oh, I feel so good right now. I feel so good right now. And let me tell you this. I prepare my shows, meaning that I have a list of shows that I have throughout the month. So I've already had my topic. I broke down my outline. Like, I have everything. So knowing, mind you, today's show was actually supposed to be last Friday's show. You see how things just work out that way? Seriously, for me to be able to truly understand and be able to talk to you all about that feeling of joy, about that feeling of that dopamine and the serotonin, that I truly felt it in real time this morning. Hey, look. So I can better explain to you exactly what it is and what it feels like. Because I know you've all have felt that before, but not knowing exactly what it is. Also, it enhances our emotional resilience. Joy acts as a cushion during challenging times and can help to bounce back from setbacks. It strengthens our emotional resilience, enabling us to face difficulties with more optimistic outlooks. Through joyful experience, we cultivate a sense of inner strength and belief in ourselves, which supports our journey of self-love by helping us navigate through self-doubt and embracing our worthiness. And I'm telling you, when I sat down at my altar today, there was 11 different messages that came from me. And all of those messages, and I was just asking for some help or for some guidance on, wiping away that fog that was in front of my screen, that was blocking part of my vision. And 11 messages came through me to it. And even after that, I felt so much joy. I said, let me go in here and do my show. And then I'm going to come back after I do my drops off, after I go to the store, come back, open up all my windows, rearrange my house, go buy me some amber, and make that whole building, that whole sanctuary that I was talking about that I wanted to build for everybody else. I'm going to build that now. And let me tell you where that came from. That came from, it's a saying, and hold on a minute because I wrote it down and I wanted to share this. I shared it with someone else, but I want to share with you all. And it hits deep. My reality is a reflection of my beliefs. My reality is a reflection of my beliefs. So even though I have this vision of what I want for myself in the future, I still have to live that reality now. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're living in a space that say your house is messed up, you confused, you all of that. That is your reality, because at this moment, this is what you believe. Y'all get that? So for me, I'm like, wait a minute, because that is not a part of my vision. That's not what it is. So I need to change that. I need to change what my reality is. I don't want to say I have to trick the mindset, but I have to do it a visual way, like really. Like I had to set it up right here, right now. So then my mind can catch up. I know that sounds so funny, but it's like so my mind can catch up to the visual. Ain't that something? Boy, let me tell you something, boy. But y'all hear what I'm saying? And why I'm laughing is because never mind. Let's keep going. The nurtures of self-compassion. Joy allows us to be kinder and more forgiving towards ourselves. And when we experience moments of joy, We learn to celebrate our successes, acknowledge our efforts, and appreciate ourselves. And this practice of self-compassion is essential for self-love, and it encourages us to treat ourselves with love and understanding, acceptance, and even in imperfection. Again, I'm going to go back to another message. Remember I told you I had 11 messages. Again, I'm going to go back to one of the messages that I received today. And it was saying that you've already built the momentum. You've already sowed the seeds. It's already there. You're on the right path. Now you just have to be patient and watch it grow. But also while you're watching it grow, be of gratitude of it. Be of joy of it. You understand? Like you've already did the hard work. And you are worthy of all of this. So don't think you have to continue to work so hard because you've already did the hardest thing. You chose to step out of your comfort zone. You chose to create these different platforms to speak with things that are truly of your heart. So when I'm telling you, the messages that came to me today versus this right here, it's so cool, man. That's all I got to say is All right, the next one, energizing physical well-being. Joy has a positive impact on our physical health as well. It boosts our energy levels, strengthens our immune system, and promotes better sleep patterns. Engaging in joyful activities such as exercise, dancing, and spending time in nature releases the endorphins, which not only make us feel good, but also contribute to our overall physical being. That is so true. It is. I had posted a video probably about a month ago. About a month ago, and I was working. And I took me a work break. And you know what I did? I turned on the music and I started dancing. It changed my whole energy. It changed my whole energy. Because I was sitting at the computer stressing about a chapter in a book that I was writing. And I was stressing so much, thinking I wanted this to be so perfect. But I had to change my energy. So I had to turn on some music and get up and dance. Period. And when that speaks value to me, because that is a message that I get a lot of time, change your energy. Find something that you love to do that is fun and spontaneous to change your energy. Dancing is one of the things that I love to do. Listening to music is one of the things that I love to do. So why not just push my desk aside, push my chair back, turn on some music, and get to dancing? Maybe through 2 or 3 songs, then bam, I'm right back. I'm back there with a whole new energy space, and now I'm able to work. But in that moment of those 3 songs, it was so much joy in there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Cultivate gratitude and mindfulness. Last Wednesday, that mindful session that we had, that was so mind-blowing. It took me out. It took me out. But why it took me out? Because there was other things that was going on. You understand? But I know how powerful mindfulness be in what your thought is, your thought pattern is. Again, that goes back to what? About your beliefs in your reality. So when I said, and I was speaking to you all and talking about the, growing the seeds and, in the dirt and allowing it to flow and all of those things in real time, that's what I've been doing for all of these years. And speaking it out and telling someone else, like I literally seen the visual of it in real time, where it just took me over. That energy just came through and just, whew. But I know you, but don't you do that all the time, Nyomi? Within my own space, which in my own little sanctuary room in there, in my own space. Here, I've opened it up to the world. And even though when I'm speaking to this right now, pre-recorded, it ain't, but I feel the energy that will receive this. Crazy. I know. Crazy, right? I know. But overall, joy plays a crucial role to our journey of self-love by nurturing our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And it uplifts our spirits. It fosters our self-compassion, and it brings a sense of fulfillment and contentment. And by prioritizing joy in our lives, we create a positive foundation for self-love to thrive, transforming our relationship with ourselves and allowing us to live authentically and wholeheartedly. All right, so what I want to do, I want to take another quick break, and then I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to show you some tips on how to implement joy into your life daily. Cultivating joyful practices that you can do it on a daily, all right? It's your girl, the goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike from Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from the kennel. Get back at it.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, self-discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, self-discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery. From feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment, this program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
All right, it's your girl, the goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we've been talking about joy, embracing a joyful path to self-love. And in the first segment, we talked about understanding joy. And in this segment, we're going to be cultivating joyful practices on how to use joy daily. You know, joy can be woven into a fabric of our daily lives through simple yet profound practices. And we explore those rituals of self-care in the grounding presence of mindfulness and the uplifting power of gratitude. So inviting joy into our lives on a regular basis requires conscious effort and a willingness to prioritize our own happiness. So here I have a few strategies that can help you to cultivate that joy. Practicing gratitude. Let's take a few moments each day to focus on the things that you are grateful for. This simple practice will shift your mindset towards positivity and can help you find joy in the present moment. The next one, engage in activities that bring you joy. Identify activities that make you feel happy and fulfilled and make time for them regularly. It could be anything from hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a passion project. Prioritize these activities as a part of your self-care routine. As well, cultivate mindfulness. Practice being fully present in the moment, paying attention to the details of your surroundings and experiences. Mindfulness helps you savor the joyful moments in life and enhances your overall sense of being. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive individuals can increase your exposure to joy and create a nurturing environment for personal growth. Let go of the negativity. Let go of the negativity. Identify and release negative thoughts, beliefs, and relationships that drain your energy and hinder your ability to experience joy. Create a space of positivity by letting go of what no longer serves you. This is a time to build those boundaries that we talked about a few weeks ago. I know we talked more about having boundaries within yourself, but also having boundaries with others and knowing what no longer serves you. Find joy in the simple pleasures. Look for small moments of joy in everyday life. It could be enjoying a cup of tea, watching a sunset, or listening to your favorite music. Train your mind to recognize and appreciate the beauty and joy in the little things. And practicing self-compassion. This can never get old. Practicing self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding when things don't go as planned. Be gentle with yourself and practice self-compassion. Knowing that it's okay to make mistakes and that you deserve happiness and joy. So remember, inviting more joy into your life is an ongoing process. And by making a conscious effort to prioritize joy and incorporate these strategies into your daily life, you can create a positive and joyful mindset that supports your journey of self-love. Yes, practice this every day. All right, so our next that we're going to talk about is overcoming the obstacles. Where you can get to the joy in your life. The path to joy is not without hurdles. It's not always that easy. You know, it is the heartfelt conversation. We acknowledge the barriers that can cloud our joy. Stress, negative emotions, self-doubt, and how we can navigate through them. So I'll be offering you a few strategies that may be that ladder to get you through the darkest, that light to help you through. You know, as some of these steps and strategies have helped guide me through it, you know, my intention is prayers that it will help you as well. One of the things that for me, overcoming obstacles is the joy. It can be very challenging. But I thought just using the right tools and strategies for that can help, because it has truly helped me. One of the things that I need to identify and understand what that obstacle is. What is it? Take the time to reflect on what is preventing you from experiencing joy. Is it a negative thought pattern? Is it an external circumstance, or is it a specific challenge? Identifying the obstacle will help you develop targeted solutions. You know, sometimes you're like, I just don't know what it is. This is a time that you need, what is it? And this is a time that you need to start to be honest with yourself. You know how sometimes we say something doesn't bother us, but really, it really does? So now we need to figure that out. And find a solution for it. So then we can be happy in those moments. Cultivate mindfulness. I know we just talked about it in the last segment, but this is repetitive because mindfulness we use on a daily, in every aspect of your life, in every aspect of your being. Practice being aware of your thoughts and your emotions without judgment. Mindfulness allows you to observe and let go of negative or limiting beliefs that hinder your joy. Focus on the present moment and maintain a positive mindset. I can raise my hand and say I am very guilty of this. Especially when I take drives, when I'm dropping off my baby girl to school or whatever. My mind could just go. And I'd be like, where did that come from? And then I bring it back to where I am now. And I don't feel guilty that my mind went there. You have to think about it. I'm 51 years old. So everything that have occurred in my life, in the first 50 years of my life, I can't forget about those. But what I can do is not to continue to allow them to take my joy, to continue to allow it for me not to grow. And this is where I practice my self-compassion. Because again, I understand that just because I am going through the healing process now doesn't mean that there's not, that those old things are going to come up. So now I'm more gentle with myself. Now I understand what it means to have self-compassion, even when I'm going through those obstacles, because life is not perfect. My thing is, I look at it as a different perspective now. When I look at those setbacks of challenges, then I figure out what's the answer to those. What am I supposed to see through these setbacks? What did I miss? As I said, change your perspective. Change it. Surround yourself with supportive people. Our community, our village, your family. And if it's not a blood family, you're lucky enough that you're able to choose who that family is now. There's different groups through social media, through community groups that's around you in your neighborhood, even speaking with a counselor. Even if you came here every day and just listen to me talk to you. You understand? Continue practicing your gratitude. Gratitude should be a everyday, all day thing. You finish in the bathroom, ooh, thank you for that I was able to do that. Because some people are just, I'm not being funny, but some people are just not blessed to be able to go to the bathroom by themselves. But they have to have someone to help them. Set realistic expectations. So remember those small little goals that we need to, before we get to that big one, set those small ones to where they can go to the big one. Build those steps. And develop resilience by adapting to challenges and bouncing back from those setbacks. Embrace that resilience. Cultivate a mindset that sees failure as an opportunity for growth rather than a roadblock to joy. Develop coping strategies and find inspiration from stories of resilience. Like yesterday, I shared with you a couple of, things that I was going through. And remember, I told you about my mom and how for me, I took that, instead of me being afraid of it and like, oh my God, I can't handle it, it inspired me to work on myself even more. So remember, overcoming obstacles to joy is an ongoing process. And by implementing some of these strategies that I just told you and staying committed to your well-being, you can navigate the challenges and cultivate more joy in your life. Okay, so let's talk about finding joy in self-love. Self-love and joy are deeply intertwined, each nurturing each other. And we'll discuss how embracing joy can deepen our self-acceptance and self-compassion. And so I will share you some things with you right now. I want you to do is I want you to start to acknowledge your worthiness. See, when we allow ourselves to experience joy, we affirm our inherited worthiness as individuals. So embracing joy, we recognize that we are deserving of happiness and positive experience. And this acknowledgement helps to build a foundation of our self-acceptance and enhancing our overall view of ourselves. The next thing I want you to do is the validation of your emotions. You see, joyful moments provide validation and affirmation of our emotions instead of suppressing or dismissing our positive emotion. We learn to embrace them fully. This practice extends to our emotions as well as we cultivate a more compassionate and accepting attitude towards our entire emotional range. And when I say validation of emotions, I'm talking about your emotion and not looking for validation from anyone else. That it's okay for you to feel joy in your life. Cultivate a positive self-talk. I want you to embrace joy, encouraging you to replace self-critical thoughts with positive self-talk. I want you to begin to recognize your strengths and achievements. I want you to foster more compassionate and supportive inner dialogue with yourself. This shift in self-talk contributes to a greater self-acceptance as you learn to be kinder and more understanding towards yourself. Pull out those affirmations. I know sometimes it gets hard to do those every day, but do them. Do them. Increase resilience. Experiencing joy strengthens our emotional resilience, allowing us to navigate challenging times with greater ease. And when we have a stronger foundation of self-acceptance and self-compassion, we are better equipped to handle setbacks and obstacles without spiraling into negativity or self-blame. Joy becomes a source of our inner strength and empowerment. I remember you saying a few years ago is that I'm going to choose to wake up happy today. So we have a choice to have joy in our life on a daily. We have a choice to not allow things we have no control of to take away our joy. We have the choice to not allow someone else's shit to take away our joy. Also, I want you to recognize your imperfections. We have to do this. Joy reminds us that it's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to be imperfect. It helps us to let go of unrealistic expectation and embrace our flaws and shortcomings. Through joy, we learn to appreciate ourselves as whole individuals and even with our imperfections. This recognition, it cultivates a deeper sense of self-acceptance and self-compassion. It helps the connection to our authentic self. Joy arises from our activities or experiences that align us with our authentic selves by seeking out and embracing joy. So we deepen our connection with our true desire, passions, and our values. And this connection fosters self-acceptance as we honor and embrace our authentic selves. So overall, embracing joy creates a positive feedback loop of self-acceptance and self-compassion. As we become more accepting and compassionate towards ourselves, we are more open to experiencing joy. And as we embrace joy, we strengthen our self-acceptance and our self-compassion even further. And then it becomes a continuous cycle of growth in self-love. So now we continue to live, want to eat, breathe joy. I know I do. As I mentioned before, me having that moment this morning, and it just was able to release so much from me. Like, it just felt so good. It really does. Man, it felt so good. So good. Now don't forget about spreading joy. Spread it. Don't keep it to yourself. Spread it. Share your stories. Talk about the beauty of extending your joy to others. The simple act of kindness that can brighten the world around you. In today's episode, we celebrate the joys of vital companion of our self-love journey. So as we part, I encourage you to embrace joy, to let it infuse in your life with radiant of energy, and to remember that joy is always within reach and waiting for you to choose it. So choose it. But I want to thank you for joining me on this joy-fulfilled episode of the Season of Self-Love podcast. I want you to stay tuned for more episodes that will continue to guide and inspire you. But don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts with us as we cherish your feedback. And until we meet again, may your days be touched with joy, and may you spread that joy like sunshine wherever you go. All right, have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Send a light, love, and prayers.